Of all the civilizations that walked the earth, few honored their dead like the ancient Egyptians. Their kings were buried inside massive pyramids carved from stone, surrounded by sacred temples and golden tombs. Rituals were crafted with great care, all to prepare the soul for the long journey into the afterlife. But who was the god that ruled over this strange world beyond death? And why were the Egyptians so devoted to what came after life? The answer lies in one of their deepest beliefs. The soul is eternal. Life on earth was only a brief stop before the real journey began. A journey to the field of reeds, a paradise where sickness, pain, and sorrow had no place. There, the souls of the righteous would live in peace forever. Imagine endless Nile. This wasn't a place of punishment. It fields, flowing water, and the gentle breeze of the was a reward. Like heaven in later religions, the field of reeds was reserved for the good, the just, and the pure-hearted. But reaching it wasn't simple. After death, the soul entered the underworld and began its passage. Ordinary souls walked while kings sailed in sacred boats, imitating the sun god Ra as he traveled through the night. Eventually, all souls arrived at the Hall of Truth. There, in the most important moment of the afterlife, their hearts were weighed on a golden scale. One side held their heart, the other held a white feather, the feather of Ma'at, goddess of truth. If the heart was heavy with guilt and sin, it was cast down and devoured by a monster. The soul would vanish forever. But if the heart was the resting places of the dead, from humble mud brick tombs to golden pyramids built for kings, I stood guard. To the ancient Egyptians, the body was sacred. If it was destroyed, the soul could never reach paradise. So they did everything to protect it: stone tombs, curses, guards, and me. But even that wasn't enough. Thieves still came. They broke into tombs, stole treasures, and left destruction behind. So the people carved images of me, black jackals, onto walls and sarcophagi, hoping my presence would frighten away intruders. They painted my face, left me offerings, and whispered my name in prayers. Anubis, the guardian of the dead. Why a jackal? Because jackals roamed the deserts, digging up shallow graves, feeding on the forgotten. They were feared and respected. So the people gave that form to me, turning a predator into a protector. For centuries, I was the god of death. I didn't punish, I protected. I didn't rule through fear, I guided with wisdom. I led the souls through the darkness, showed them the way to judgment, and stood by them as their hearts were tested. But everything changed, with one tragic story that would reshape the underworld forever. The story of a king betrayed by his own brother, a god torn apart and scattered, and a queen who would do anything to bring him back. That god was Osiris. His death brought about the birth of a new ruler of the dead, and I, Anubis, would become something new as well. Light, pure and honest, then judgment would fall in their favor. The god who stood over that sacra. For thousands of years I watched over. Osiris was more than a king. He was a symbol of life, death, and rebirth. When his body was found, broken and lifeless, his wife Isis wept over him. But she did not give up. She called upon me. With sacred rites I preserved his body, wrapped his flesh in linen, spoke the ancient spells, and from the silence of death, Osiris rose once more, not to walk among the living, but to rule the dead. From that moment he became the new lord of the underworld, and I, who once held that title, stepped aside. I was no longer judge but guide, no longer ruler but conductor. It was I who led the souls through the veil, I who weighed their hearts on the golden scale against the feather of truth. If their hearts were light, pure, honest, they passed on. If they were heavy with sin, they were lost forever. I did not torment. I did not torture. Unlike the gods of other lands, I did not rule a hell of fire or shadows. The Egyptian afterlife was not built on fear, but on justice. It was a place of peace for those who earned it. Through all the ages, through dynasties, wars, and sandstorms, I remained. Anubis, protector of the dead,
The
guardian of the
jackal-headed
scales,
god,
and eternal guide
Anubis.
to the souls of Egypt.